Hello everyone, in this video I will show you how to create realistic streets to elevate your next render. So for this video I want to go through 4 steps that I do to create streets in my renders. So the first one is the location of your project. Is there a new or existing site? Because then you can look up what type of streets are common in that area. For example, in the Netherlands we have different street work than in the United States. So for the street we have a site plan of a corner with asphalt and a sidewalk. To create a good street we can look at some inspiration. I took this picture as inspiration for this scene. I want to create a road with 2 colors, a small edge of bricks and some curbs. Then we add parking lots, space for green and a sidewalk. So let's first create the road. I'm giving the road a small curve to make it more realistic. Then we need a small edge, as in the example pictures. This is for the water so it can get easier to the sewers. I'm also putting it 1 centimeter lower than the road. Before I add the curbs, I want to add some spaces for the parking and greenery. Then we need the curbs. We need 2 types of curbs, one regular and one for the driveway. So another thing I found out in Lumion is when I create something in SketchUp, you have to mirror a group or component sometimes. But if you import that model somehow, the textures are darker and do not look good. So to fix this, we need to explode object and then regroup or make it a new component. Let's also make a sewer drain. Now we add the other curbs for the driveway. And adding a sewer drain. Then we add the sidewalk and more curbs for grass areas. Sometimes, while modeling, you need to go back and forth to get a good result. After all that modeling, we have our base of the street. So now we can add textures. After texturing the model, we can import it to Lumion. So now we have imported our model in Lumion, we can add some materials from the library. But we can also add some from the websites like Quixel or Polygon. So let's do that for the asphalt, because that's the texture that fills most of our screen later. Let's get one from Quixel. If you want to know how to get these materials and models for free and how to import them to Lumion, make sure to check out the suggested video. So after searching, downloading and importing the textures into Lumion, we can play with some sliders. Now we add other textures for the rest of the street. So for the curbs I made sure to add two materials, one for the driveway curbs and one for the rest of the curbs. I want to add a concrete texture with tiling to fake separate elements. Also, I'm adding a weather effect to add more depth to the curbs. I do the same with the other one, but without the tiling texture. After that, we go to the sidewalk and add a material with tiles. I take this one. Now I need to scale it so it matches my grid that's 30 by 30 centimeters. I changed the color and the weather effect to make it more realistic. Let's add metal material for the sewer drain. And let's use this material for the bricks between the asphalt and the curbs, because it has separate bricks and the color matches the asphalt. Now we add the rest of all the materials for the street. For step 4, we are adding street elements, for example foliage, but also signs, road marks, decals, sewer cover, lampposts, cars, and of course a lot more. We can also add people, but that's up to you. I said in step 2 that we did the modeling, but I don't like a lot of the Lumion lampposts, so I want to add my own. I usually add one from the 3D warehouse in SketchUp, but I copied this one from my last project. Place it in here and import the model again in Lumion. Now we add some Lumion materials from the library, and that's it for the lamppost. After that we add some foliage. Now we add some cars. And maybe a sign somewhere. And most important, the road marks. Let's get the decals and add some lines between the bicycle lane and the road. Then add a mark of the bicycle lane. Let's add the sewer cover in the middle of the road. And maybe adding some decals for detail. Now the last thing is optional, but I like to add some leaves on the ground, because it's autumn right now here in the Netherlands. For now, the render settings, I keep it simple. I use ray tracing, real skies and color correction, only to show you the end result. Of course, you can add whatever you want, but it's not about the render settings in this video. And now we have a good looking street for your next project with a lot of detail, and the only thing you need to do is adding your client's 3D model of a house or building. That's it for this video. Hopefully you learned something new, and if you want to support me, leave a like, comment and consider subscribing. And I hopefully see you guys in the next video. Bye!